The Animal Rescuers has been adopted by Pet Planet. There is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Dogs, dogs, and dogs. Last week we had beagles. Small, curious, very intense. This week on the Animal Rescuers, we are going to show you some muscle. Mastiffs, Old English Bulldogs, Pitbulls, and so much more. All big breeds, all big and beautiful.
We are Babes for Bullies, and we are Animal Rescuers.
There's a bevy of beauties. Please introduce everybody and tell us what they do.
These are actually not only volunteers, but they're my best friends. This is Shanna.
Hi, Shanna.
Dana, and this is Jan.
Hi.
Everybody does everything in our group. There isn't anything that anyone won't do. It's a group effort. Whether it's adoption events or fundraisers, we all work together.
And this is a very, very unique group because your shirts are fabulous. Stop staring at my pit. I love it. And Babes for Bullies. Now, how did this all come together for you?
Big Bully Rescue, the name of the group, began from a vision that my husband had. He's always rescued bully dogs, bully breeds, the Bull Mastiff, American Bulldogs, Pitbulls, any breed that is completely misunderstood by the general public, the breeds that are most commonly euthanized. He had a passion for starting a rescue group that focuses solely on those breeds and bringing public awareness to the public of the need for saving these dogs.
Big breeds are often misunderstood. They come with some health issues, some concerns. Can we talk about those?
Well, the large breeds we rescue, the misunderstood are the Presa Canarios, the Cane Corsos, and the Dogo Argentinos. Those are in the Mastiff family. They are often misunderstood for giant pit bulls. A lot of times you'll see them brindle in color, ears clipped, but they are in the Mastiff family. The fact that many people don't know about the breed, they assume that they are in the pit bull family, and a lot of times they're just not adopted in the shelters. In addition to that, a lot of the shelters don't adopt them out to the general public because they have lack of education about the breed in general. So they don't want to put it into the general public. So we will rescue those dogs and rehabilitate them, train them, but properly place them in responsible homes. Homes that are going to be responsible for that breed.
So you have to qualify whoever's going to adopt these types of breeds, Mastiffs, English Bulldogs, etc., right?
Yes.
And how do you go about qualifying?
We have a very strict process, and we ask that people go online and fill out an adoption application. The adoption application has a whole gamut of questions that helps us determine, A, are they educated enough for the breed they're inquiring about? B, is there compatibility? We don't care if we hold on to a dog for a year. We simply wait for the right match. If the family is approved, then our final process is the home check, and then we will finalize the adoption. But we are very selective.
So out of the breeds that we all talked about, what in your opinion is the hardest one? Is it the pit bull? Because I would think pit bull, but then again, the Cory.
Cane Corso.
Cane Corso.
Cane Corso and the Presa Canarios and the Dogo Argentinos are rare. You rarely will see them in a shelter. And again, if they're seen in a shelter, the shelter staff don't even know what they are, and they'll categorize them sometimes as a pit bull. But yes, the pit bulls are still the hardest to adopt out, and that's just simply because the media has kind of ruined the breed. Certain people have acquired the dogs and are ruined the breed.
Was there ever a time when the pit bull did not carry the stigma with him, with the breed?
There was a time. It was many years ago. Unfortunately, over the years, the breed has just simply fallen into the wrong hands. The breed in general has been overbred. Too many people are breeding for the wrong reasons. They're breeding and they're producing dogs that sometimes are not friendly with people or other animals, but typically what has ruined the breed in my mind and our rescue's mind is unfortunately the public. in addition to the breed in general just falling into the wrong hands.
These dogs need love. And speaking of these dogs, Spirit! Hi, Spirit! Hi, Poppy! I know, we're talking about you. You want to be on TV, don't you? And this is a pit bull breed?
This is a pit bull. We really don't know what he is. I mean, we believe he's a pit bull. He's an honorary big bully dog because he's actually not big. He's what you call maybe a pocket pit. Spirit was rescued from Tennessee, from the backwoods of Tennessee, from a suspected dog fighting ring. 60 other dogs were seized from the property, and he was originally rescued by Animal Rescue Corps. They're a large nationwide rescue group, and after seizing all the dogs and getting some medical attention to all the dogs, they sought other groups throughout the nation to take in each dog. And we had him transported from Tennessee to Arizona.
And you know what breaks my heart is all those teeth marks on his face. That's horrific in my mind. Please, people, stop doing that.
I'm not so sure that he was an actual fighter. I think he was more forced to fight, as most of the dogs on that property. They were all very much abused.
So how can we help this unique group?
Our goal and our passion is to have a large facility so that we could save more dogs. So to get to that point, we are seeking financial backing. We are also in dire need of foster homes, educated foster homes that understand the breeds and what we're looking for. We're a very small group right now, and basically that's because we're lacking fosters. So how to help would be foster homes, financial backing, and more people that want to get on board to help the breeds that we have a passion for saving.
Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
Beagles everywhere. That's the point of the annual Beagle Fest at Kiwanis Park, Tempe. Previously adopted beagles and those looking for a forever home were there in abundance. What a great time had by all.
Ranger is helpful by finding items that people have forgotten to declare or are hidden because they want to bring the items in, even though they are prohibited. The demo today will show how quickly he can search a number of bags and find the two that contain meat or fruit.
What you find? Oh my goodness. Let's see what you found. Uh-oh. Somebody's bringing pork rinds in.
Lucky Paws hosted a great fundraising event called Smooch-a-Pooch in Scottsdale, a chance for dogs to come together, socialize, and raise money for the shelter. Oh yeah, humans were invited too.
Smooch the Pooch is a fundraiser for Lucky Paws to draw attention to spaying and neutering and a cage-free animal shelter. So we're doing a yappy hour where dogs can socialize, dogs that have been adopted from the past, or other rescue groups can come and socialize with our dogs. It's an 8,000 square foot cage-free shelter. We have rabbits and kitties and dogs, and they all live in living rooms, and they all socialize in groups together.
The first Pet Planet store opened in 1996 after the devastating loss of our Cocker Spaniel to cancer. What we learned then about pet health was eye-opening. The food and the treats that we were giving him did not support his immune system and may have actually harmed him. Pet Planet was established to be a community resource, a store that offers only the healthiest products and the best knowledge on pet health issues. At Pet Planet, there is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Come here.
I love you, Dad.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
Spirit is up for adoption. Spirit is extremely affectionate. He likes to be in your lap at all times. He has actually shown no aggression whatsoever towards any dog we have introduced him to. He's great with kids. He rides great in the car, and he really, for the life that he led, actually wouldn't know it. Dogs leave their past behind.
Yeah, so. Humans should also, right? Spirit, you could teach a lot of people some things, huh?
Venti, she's a little boxer lab mix, and Venti was an owner surrender. She's probably about 4 years old.
Oh, she's
very
sweet.
Sweet little girl.
She is
loves
sweet.
people, very affectionate.
Hi, I'm Wendi Faircloth with Villa La Paz with this week's training tip for the animal rescuers. What we're going to be talking about this week, everybody has trouble with their dogs at the door. When people come to the door, the dog or the dogs, plural, rush the door and jump all over the people coming in, and it's unpleasant basically for everybody, except for the dog, because the dog's having a great time. So what we're going to do today, this is going to be a two-part series. The first thing we're going to talk about is creating a place for your dog. A place for your dog is a place that they're going to go upon the prompt of the doorbell or the knock on the door. What's going to happen, somebody's going to knock on the door, and of course the dogs are going to alert, because that's what dogs do. But once I go and I take possession of the door, I'm going to have my dog go to the place that I've designated for them. And the place that I create is usually, I give a little bit of distance away from the door so the dog's not right on top of the door, so when the person comes in, the dog is super close to the person. So I create like probably a 10-foot boundary for the dog. I have two examples today of two different places. This is just a rug. I actually use a rug at my house. This is a rug, and a lot of people will use a raised cot or a raised bed like this. I'm going to do a demonstration today with my dog Booster. He he knows a place really well, but I'm going to show you the first steps in creating a place. So the first thing that we want to do when we're creating a place is make the place, good boy, make the place significant to the dog. And I actually put food down on the actual place. So if I was using the carpet, I would be putting food on the carpet, okay? So I feed him a lot of food when he's on the carpet or on the place, free. And then I give him a command to come off. And I should see him, as he is right now, go back, good boy, go back to his place. In this step in creating a place, I would work their place for probably 2 weeks before I would ever add in a person. Because you want to make it significant. You want to make it of value to the dog. So if they go there, they get rewards for being there. Creepy. Good boy. Good. So stay tuned for part 2 next week on the Animal Rescuers.
Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health, because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Honey! I'm okay.
Hi, I'm Jen, and this is your Pet Planet Pet Tip of the Week. For the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about nutrition. As loving pet guardians, it can be overwhelming when you walk into a pet store or a grocery store and you see all those different brands available to your pet. Which one do you consider? Which one is healthiest? We're going to help you with that today. The most important thing to consider when selecting a pet food is the quality of your protein source. Dogs and cats, they're true carnivores, and they need a high quality, highly digestible protein source. Things to look for: make sure you're finding human-grade fresh meats or a combination of dehydrated concentrated meals. Things such as chicken or chicken meal, lamb or lamb meal, salmon or salmon meal, those are all excellent quality ingredients. They're highly digestible and they're human grade, no different than the meat that you and I eat on our table. Another really healthy ingredient to consider is an organ meat. Those are highly digestible and full of nutritional value for your pet. Look for things such as liver, kidney, lung, and tripe. Things to avoid: avoid pet foods that contain byproducts, are full of soybean meal. Dogs and cats, they actually can't digest soybean, and so it can ferment in their intestines and cause intestinal gas. Look for healthy carbohydrate sources such as fruits and vegetables, or healthy whole grains such as barley, oatmeal, and rye. Stay away from carbohydrate sources like cellulose or oat hulls or wheat middlings. Make sure that you have a high quality fat source. This is the basis of your pet's healthy skin and coat. Things such as chicken fat, salmon or fish oil, flaxseed, those are all excellent fat sources to consider. Preservatives are a very important component to selecting a healthy pet food. Look for pet foods that are naturally preserved with things such as vitamin E or vitamin C. Stay away from chemical preservatives such as BHA, BHT, or ethoxyquin. All of those chemical preservatives are highly toxic to your pet, and they're linked to long-term incidences of cancer, kidney disease, allergies, and other immunodeficiency diseases. Avoid ingredients such as propylene glycol. This is actually a derivative of antifreeze, and exposure can be toxic and linked to cancer. And finally, stay away from pet foods that are full of food coloring and dye. You'll see on the ingredient panel things that'll read yellow 5, red 40, blue 2, These are all chemical dyes that just are not necessary or healthy for your pet. As a loving pet guardian, make sure you're paying attention to the quality of pet food you're giving to your dog or cat. This is the foundation for their health and well-being. It's going to build their immune system, keep them strong and defending against any disease that might come their way, and it's going to help them live a longer and healthier life with you. After all, we want our animal companions around with us for as long as we can have them. Stay tuned each week for another Pet Planet pet tip. Coming right up, more of the Animal Rescuers.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of my heart and I tell the women in my life to do the same.
Sounds great, by the way.
That's nice, sweetie, but that's not my heart. That is. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
We head to Cave Creek for the PAC 911 Rescue Awareness Day held at the Chaparral Veterinarian Medical Center. A fun walk and run followed up by a medical professional giving great advice to the folks who attended made this a must-see event. Even though the weather was bad, the turnout was fantastic. Hopefully our show today showed you that big dogs can be so sweet and wonderful. This is Kimberly reminding you that it only takes one to do something special. You can be the one. Adopt, donate, volunteer, and you can be an animal rescuer too. See you next time.
We are Babes for Bullies, and we are animal rescuers.
Just stay like that for another half hour or so, okay? No.
Stop.
Come on, work it.
Killing me.
Do your done dance, let's see it.
Don't you dare put that on camera. Hide that under the cape.